Y'all see here on the screen, we are back with some more of these amazing stories from this amazing woman about her paranormal experiences in Chicago. Let's watch.
Yeah, hello. It's 2:45 a.m. and I'm awake. I am awake. And seeing how I can't sleep? Let's go for a story time, shall we? Cue theme music. Boom boom, it's story time. Boom boom, Paranormal Chicago active with Cat G. Hey y'all, hey. We're gonna talk about the McCormick Place. More specifically, the Erie Crown Theater. It's got a whole Tortured Soul and a Phantom of the Opera. It's some crazy shit going on up in there. A little backstory about the McCormick Place and the Erie Crown Theater. Y'all need to understand that it was one of the original sites for the World Fair. We already talked about how problematic the World Fair is, from the people dying when it was built, from the people dying while it was up because people didn't like people having competitions for their inventions, and then the whole taking it down process. It was a whole bunch of them. The area around McCormick Place, evil as fuck. I was fortunately unfortunate to have worked at the McCormick Place. There are a number of places in the McCormick Place and the Erie Crown Theater my black ass is not going to. Ugga Booga and his friends not gonna get me. One of those places, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be somebody in my comments who used to work at the McCormick Place and they can absolutely verify. In the basements of the McCormick Place, well, one of the sub levels, because there's actually 4 of them. That's a whole nother. Anyways, in one of the sub levels of the McCormick Place, there is a storage unit called Little Hollywood. No bueno. I went down there one time with my manager. That little white lady thought that I was playing. I never fucking went back. You can fire me. One day she told me to go down there by myself. I started laughing at her. I told her, I said, you want this badge now or later? She was like, you really not? No, I'm not going down there. You talking about really? I'm not playing with you, little white lady. Any hoozy, we're talking about the Erie Crown thing. Way back in the early 1900s, there was this singer actress lady. She had a stalker. The stalker was truly on some Phantom of the Opera bullshit. In my opinion, I think that this is what the Phantom of the Opera was actually based off of. I don't give a fuck about the bullshit that they talking about. I think that is it. This man was a worker. He was a manager. He seen this woman. He fell in love with her. He secretly started sending her all types of gifts to her dressing room. But of course, that's what fans do, right? She didn't really think nothing of it until one day she walked into her dressing room and it was full of lilies and teddy bears. The problem is that it was a specific teddy bear and a specific lily. Not too many people knew about the lily and the teddy bear, so she went around and she started asking people like, hey, did you send this to me? Hey, did you send this to me? Hey, did you send this to me? And everybody was like, nah, girl, that wasn't me. So now her antennas is up. Something is wrong. The manager finally get the courage. He step up. He say, you know what? I'm the one who sent it to you. I remember that conversation that we had. I sent you all this stuff, girl. I'm in love with you. And she was like, oh my God, that's so sweet, but I don't feel the same way. Broke the man into a million pieces. He sat there and put himself back together again, but this time he wasn't right. Homeboy had cracks and holes all in his ass. He seen her booed up with somebody else and was like, oh, I'm not good enough, but he is. Oh, okay, watch this. If I can't have you, nobody can. After the show, while she tucked away in her dressing room, he kicked everybody out the theater, including all of the crew. Locked it up and everything. He go down there to her room. He push up on her. She say, no, stop. He say, no, you mine. You gonna come to me. She say, no, you tripping. Get the fuck on. They get to tussling, but she hit him with something. She get away. Now she running through the Erie Crown trying to get up out this joint. But she can't because he already locked everything down. She running. This man is walking like Jason. He gonna get that booty. That was horrible of me to say. Anyway, she found her way downstairs into the back rooms. It's dark as hell. She don't know where she going, but he know where he going. And the reason why he know where he going is because she ain't his first victim. He had her down there for a week, torturing her, then turned around and mutilated her body. He thought he was safe down there in the catacombs of the Erie Crown Theater, but he wasn't. Her body got the rotten. People smelled it. They finally found her, figured out what was going on, arrested. But before they could arrest him, he wound up killing himself. All of that bad energy is trapped down there. I was sent down there by your manager to go get some more stanchions. For the people who don't know what stanchions is, it's those little black clothes with the little ribbons to help you form the line. If you didn't know, now you do. You're welcome. When you get on a freight elevator, you got the first floor, you go down a level. That's the Erie Crown Theater floor, which is also where you get to parking lot C. And then below that is 2 more floors. I had to go 2 floors down. The doors open and it is, when I say pitch black, I mean pitch black. I peep my head out the door. I look to the right, there's absolutely nothing. I look to the left, absolutely nothing. I look back to the right, and as I'm looking to the right, I hear a click. It sounded like a light came on. I looked again, and it's a sign. It's a red exit sign. If y'all was here for my vampire story in the Pegway system, following red signs is no good for me. How unfortunate it is for me that I have to go the direction that the fucking sign just popped in on. Here I am, trying to be like a normal human. It's nothing down here, cat. There's nothing wrong. It's your imagination. You're imagining everything. Just go down here to the first door on the left, grab 4 stanchions, get back to the elevator. I'm walking, and I hear footsteps coming towards me. I stop. The footsteps stop. Maybe it's just my feet echoing off the wall. That logic makes no sense because why would the sound of my feet be coming back at me? I take a couple of more steps. I am maybe 2, maybe 3 feet away from the exit sign. The door that I'm supposed to go in is just beyond the exit sign. Baby, the red flags in my brain is going off. Hello! 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 As I put my hand on the doorknob, the footsteps start again. Every hair on my body is standing. Take a deep breath. And then all of a sudden, I see my breath coming out of my mouth. I'm inside of a building. Why do I see my breath? Then I heard a in my ear. Y'all already know what time it is. Baby, put knees to chest. Knees to chest. We gotta go. We gotta go. I'm not turning around. I'm not looking behind me. I'm walking, but I hear the footsteps. I hear it. I can see the elevator. I know that this is my salvation. The whole time the elevator doors never close. The closer I get to the elevator, the more I feel like I'm moving through glue. Did you ever watch that TV show Mythbusters? If you didn't, go back and look at the episode when they made the human fly trap. Giant sticky glue trap on the floor. They tried to run across it. Didn't work. That's what I felt like. I felt like I was walking on a glue trap. I'm trying my best. My feet not. I'm pulling myself along the wall at this. I'm maybe 10 feet away from the elevator door. And this start closing. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Cue in mantra. Cue in all the mantras. Every last one. I'm chanting and I'm walking. My fingers wrap around the edge of the door frame of the elevator. As I'm pulling myself into the light, I hear, no. I screamed, let me go in Creole. As soon as I did, I tumbled through the elevator. I'm pressing the door close button. All of the lights in the elevator get the flick. I'm in tears. Boy, I'm finna piss on myself. I got to the end of my last mantra, the doors slammed shut. I'm talking about wham. Then it felt like something shot the elevator up. Like it went up so fast that I fell to my knees. We cleared 2 floors. I'm almost at the top floor. Now I hear somebody screaming my name. The doors of the elevator open up. I fall out because I'm scrambling to get out. I gotta get out. I gotta get in the sun. One of the other supervisors is there. He see me. He say, Cat, where was you? Where you just go? Where you just go? Me, instant shambles. Oh my God. This man sitting on the floor holding me because I am a wreck. One of the supervisors for the cleaning service come out. He say, you went downstairs? I look up at him. He looking down at me. He said, we don't send women downstairs for a reason. It's something down there that do not like women. Correction. He like women. Oh, he like women. He like them a little bit too much.
Yo, the way I be locked into this woman's stories, man, I can just see it. I can visualize it as if I was there. She does such a good job of not only telling a captivating story, but giving you enough imagery through her emotions and the feelings that she experienced while she was going through these events. It's like, oh, it's so good. So good. And we got two more to listen to. Let's watch.
I'm sitting up here and I'm finna tell y'all another paranormal story time. And then something popped in my head. And it's crazy that it popped into my head because every time this one particular person pop into my head, he pop up in real life. Y'all, I think I had a werewolf as a friend. Speculation, but hear me out. Now I know y'all sitting back and you like, well, why did you think he was a werewolf? And honestly, it was because of his eyes and his scent. And it was like an instant connection with him. Like no words had to be spoken. It was something that was done straight through us looking at each other through eye contact. Like he imprinted on me. I was one of those kids who started off in a Catholic school. And unfortunately, Catholic school got too expensive. My mom and my daddy was like, yeah, we can't do this no more. You got to go to public school. I hated it. I hated everything about public school. Oh my God. I got taken out of Catholic school the Christmas of my 3rd grade year because you couldn't continue into the next year if you didn't pay the tuition. When I got to the public school, they give you testing. The testing showed that everybody else was on a 3rd grade level and I was on a 6th grade level. They wanted to put me with the 6th graders. My mama was like, you doing too much. That's too many grades. It's going to be too much of an age gap difference. I ain't got time for none of that shit. She need to grow up with the kids of her age. Being an adult, I get it. I really do. I know if somebody's sitting back like 3 years, it's just 3 years. It shouldn't make a difference. It does. Mental developments in 3 years is fucking huge. It makes a difference. So as an adult, I understand. As a kid, I was mad as hell because I know everything that these slow ass teachers is trying to teach these dumb ass kids already. Now, it don't help my case because I'm smart as hell. I just came from a Catholic school. I'm yellow as fuck with long ass hair. Plus, I was a chunky monkey kid. I was tortured all the fucking time in public school. I hated it. But it was this one boy. It was this one boy who did not treat me different at all. He was the nicest person in the world. Q is like 4 grades ahead of me. And anybody else will be like, I don't like the way that sound. That sound a little bit off. Why was he so nice to you? Because he was literally my protector. Like quite literally. It don't matter if it was before school, during recess, or after school. If I stood in one place and like looked around in a circle, I will connect eyes with this boy. He was always watching me. But I never felt bad. Like it wasn't like why he watching me? It was more of a thank God he's fucking watching me. Because anytime he was there, nobody messed with me. One time, somebody saw him giving me a snack at recess. And from that point on, everybody was like, no, don't mess with her because that's Q friend. I didn't know what that meant because, like, he was a nice boy. I even asked our security guard, Mr. Hunt, like, is Q a bad person? Do he get in trouble? And he was like, no, he's a good kid. Why? And I was like, oh, nothing. I just wanted to know. One day he came and he told me that he might have to go away, but no matter what, he was always going to stay and watch over me. And sure as shit stank, after this one summer, I never saw this man again. Until high school. For the people from Chicago who was here before COVID, you know about Paul Robeson High School over there in Inglewood. Yeah, I graduated from there. People who know about Robeson is sitting back like, damn, she went to Robeson. I ain't fucking with her. And you better not. Don't let this pretty face fool you, boy. Anywho, out of nowhere, one of my tormentors from grammar school popped up as a student. That man locked eyes on me and I just knew that I'm finna get tortured and tormented for the rest of my high school days. I'm standing in the lunch line. My tormentor walks up to me and he say, Ain't it funny how we wound up in the same place? My tormentor says, your bodyguard not here to help you this time. I'm finna turn around and say, leave me alone. But before I could say anything, I'm stunned into silence. As I am turning around to look at my tormentor in the face, I lock eyes with Q. He is standing directly behind my tormentor. I am in shock, like literal mouth open. The tormentor turns around. He's face to face with Q's chest because Q is like 6'4". He look up and he say, man, what the fuck? Q said, no matter what, she'll never be alone. And if I see you messing with her again, it's gonna be a problem. The tormentor walk off. I'm stuck. Like literally, I don't know what the fuck to do because where did he just come from? I distinctly remember it being my 5th grade year because my teacher was Miss Mapp. This was the most evilest white lady in the whole wide world. So tell me how it is now. I'm a freshman and I'm looking at this man. Like where did he, what? What's the odds? He turned, he looked back at me and he smiled. And the only thing that I could do was run to him. I seen him for 2 years after that, and then he graduated. I graduated in 2007. In 2009, when I was getting ready to go up to New York to finish my culinary arts degree from Le Cordon Bleu, I ran into him again. But again, I was in danger. I'm on the red line. For the people who don't know, the red line is one of the train systems in Chicago. The red line is no good. Absolutely no good. It's dudes walking all through these cars. Ain't no telling what they up. I had my headphones in, but my music wasn't playing. I know I heard one of them dudes say, if we come back and she back here by herself, that ass is mine. I'm trying not to freak out. I turn on my music. I'm trying to tune out the world. I just need to get down to 79th Street. Everything good until we get to 55th because everybody get off the car. Like literally, it's nobody left but me. When I look up from my book, I see that it ain't nobody on the car. And out the corner of my eye, I see the dudes walking through from the other car. One of the dudes say, oh yeah, I get to sweating because it's fight time. I already know what I'm finna have to do. These dudes may be 10, 20 feet away from me. And the dude who said that he was coming back to get me, first thing that come out his mouth, hey, little mama, check it out. Oh, I know I'm fucked now. Oh, I'm fucked now. It's 3 of them and 1 of me. No matter how strong I might be, I can't take on 3 men. Just before they got 5 feet away from me, Q comes walking through the door from another car. He sits across from me and say, hey, little kitty cat. I'm looking at him. I'm trying my best to hold back tears. I know that he is there to save me. Them dudes looked at him, then looked at me, and got off the train at 63rd. That man said, why do you always get yourself into trouble? The only thing that I could say to him is, why do you always disappear if you know that I'm always in trouble? Why you just don't stay around? And his words was, that's not my job, baby girl. He gave me a hug. He kissed my forehead. He got off the train on 69th. Like, I'm low-key fighting back tears telling y'all this story because that man really, like, he really did save me on a number of times, and I don't understand how. Now I'm finna do something that I normally don't do. I'm calling out to the ether. Q, if you, like, somehow, some way, if you still around, could you let me know that you alive? Like, I don't want nothing and you ain't gotta pop back up because I'm not in danger, but, like, it would be nice to know that you're still there.
And the way she got me tearing up at the end, man. Oh, it's such a good story yet again. And it makes it so much more believable when those sort of emotions arrive at the end of the story or just throughout the story. But for Q to keep popping up in the way that he does, it's like a coincidence. It's like a coincidence. But what made him walk through the trains? Like, did he spot her? Did he see her from afar and was like, oh man, these dudes look like they're up to no good. Let me go ahead and do something about this situation. Like, what in the world? I hope Q is watching her TikTok, or came across a TikTok and has reached out to her. We still got a few more videos to watch of her. We're gonna watch one more now and another one at a later time. But hopefully she'll give us an update at some point. I think that'd be pretty cool. But let's watch the next one.
I heard y'all ready for the next story time, and I'm ready to give it to you. However, I want to address something real. The last video that I uploaded about the supernatural barbecue, listen, I came home. I tried to re-record that video 4 times. Each time, something happened to it. At this point, either you was able to watch it or you wasn't able to watch it. And I ain't got no power over that. Don't ask me why you can't watch it. I also don't have no power over that. Anywho's it. Let's get back to the story time. Cue theme music. Boom, boom, it's story time. Boom, boom, Paranormal Chicago active. With Cat G, it's me. Hello, we're continuing on the supernatural barbecue story. If you could not hear from the last video, the supernatural barbecue wound up turning into a barbecue for my awakening. They asked me if I wanted supernatural powers. I dare. Who gonna turn that down? Being in that barbecue, I was introduced to a salute of paranormal. Vampires, witches, gnomes, fairies, giants, shapeshifters, elemental, banshees, sirens, all kind of supernaturals back. The first thing I'm trying to figure out is, why is all these supernaturals together? Because the way that I was taught, they supposed to be separated. Miss Evangeline, who was Lily's grandmother, came in and told me that they don't believe in the human saying, blood is thicker than water, because that's not the real saying. Speaking of which, we gonna segue into a rant real fast. I absolutely hate when motherfuckers say blood is thicker than water. That's not the original saying. Saying blood is thicker than water is so manipulative, because the only time you using it is to manipulate somebody into doing something for you, because you all have blood relation. The correct phrase is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, meaning the family that you make is better than the family that you were born to. And they believed in that 100%. All these people figured out that they was like-minded, and they had the same goal, to live in peace, not to step on anybody else's toes. So they all decided to form a coven together. They one big ass family. And I love that, because that's just like my family. My family ain't all blood. We all types of wacky tobacco ass people from all different parts of the damn world. And I love it. The reason why I love it so much is because of my brain. I love to learn. It don't matter what the subject is about. It don't matter if it's something that is vital to life, or if it's just something that's, why the fuck do you know that type situation. I love to learn. And because of that, my brain is like a supercomputer. I hold on and retain information in a crazy way. If you know me in real life, people be like, why do you know so much? It's because I learned from so many different people in my life. And I can't help it. It has everything to do with the time and the year and the day of my birth, all the way down to my name. It's all surrounding truth, light, communication, and peace. You got to communicate with each other in order to live peacefully. You have to tell the truth and communicate with each other in order to live peacefully. And you have to understand everybody's background and point of view on life in order for y'all to live in peace. So that means that you got to do what? Communicate even more. As Miss Evangeline is explaining all of this stuff to me, I feel some prickles in the back of my head. I put up mental blocks so fast that I literally made this vampire man crumble to the ground. Everybody turned to look at him because he on the floor. He look up at me and he say, did you have to shut the door that hard? Yes, because what you doing back there? What you want? Why do you, what? He look at Miss Evangeline and he say, that's the brain. I look at Miss Evangeline look at me. I get her the eyebrow. She say, here we go with the question. Yes, Kat, you are too smart for your own good. Yes, you were born with a brain this way for a very specific reason. Yes, you are a part of the war that is coming up. Yes, you have a very crucial part of it. And yes, we will be training you on how to hone your abilities. I looked at her. She looked at me. And she was like, be respectful. My mama say, what she say? I looked at her and I said, I didn't sign up for this. This is not what I asked for. My mother said, well, I didn't ask for a spellbound child, but I got you. See, you want to ignite my asshole? Fine, I'm going to do it respectfully. Lady, I didn't ask to be born in the first place. Miss Evangeline said, well, that's not so true. Come again? She said, see, that's the problem. You came again. What you mean that I came again? Girl, you smart. You reincarnated. You know that. You know that. You talk to your reincarnation. You have dreams of her all the time. Why are you acting like you don't know? I looked at her and I said, see, that's where you're wrong.
When I tell you her and I have so much in common, it's starting to scare me. She said a few things, and if y'all have seen me like point to myself after she has said the things, is because I either think the same way or have had the same experience. She's talking about reincarnation. If you've been following me for long enough, then you know I'm a strong believer in reincarnation. I know that I have been here before. I chose to be here again. Bro, I'm resonating a little bit too much. All the paranormal stuff that she's experiencing, I'm not experiencing that stuff, but I see why she's experiencing it because of the connection that she has to it. And it's like it's drawing her in. So she is aware consciously and physically aware of all these beings because they're bringing her into their world. Like, hell, she said it. She was like, there is something coming that she's supposed to be a part of. This is too good. I'm enjoying every second of this.
Miss Evangeline, because no. I'm not reincarnated. She just here with me. Everybody in the yard get the murmuring. Everybody talking. Miss Evangeline said, girl, what are you saying to me? I'm a real smart ass. So I throw a Miss Evangeline back on her. I say, come on now. You smart. You should know. This big old tall man, I promise y'all he had to be like 10 feet tall. I'm a kid, so he looked 10 feet tall. He was actually 7 feet tall. This man stepped up and he say, she's a host, not a reincarnation. This is turning out to be something way bigger than what we thought it was. Miss Evangeline turned around and is looking at the people behind her, but she's not saying no words, but I know they talking. Come to find out they a council of high witches. The youngest looking witch looks at me and says, so if you're a host, that means that the Holy Mother is with us at all times? Like, she's walking side by side? And I'm like, no, she's not walking side by side, but I mean, like, I could talk to her. Like, it's a special place that I gotta go to in my dreams in order to get to her. As soon as I said that, I felt the prickles again. But this time, instead of in my brain, me seeing thick black walls, like walls made of onyx come up, these are walls of fire. Two witches standing behind Miss Evangeline crumble to the ground, screaming. As they're screaming, fire is coming out of their mouth, their eyes, their ears, their fingertips, and their toe tips. And they turn into ash. Everybody turn around, they look at me. I'm looking at this. Only thing I can say is, it wasn't me. Miss Evangeline's husband, Mr. Lawrence, step up and say, well, we found out who the leak is. The leak to what? The vampire man's wife, who is a lichen, her name is Sarah. Sarah steps up and tells me and my mother that there is currently a battle for power, and the power comes in the form of knowledge. If people get their hands on this certain set of knowledge, it's a lot of powers in the world that can be turned upside down, and that's what we're trying to prevent. Miss Evangeline said, oh, we got a lot of work to do, because she behind by 10 years. And by how strong this power is, we should have had her since she was in the womb. My mother said, I did not ask for this. I looked at her and said, me neither. From that day on, every weekend, we was at Miss Evangeline's house, and they was teaching me something new about my power. And in the process, me and Lily bind together. Like, our familiar powers got even stronger. My daddy and my grandma, they mad as hell. They mad as hell because they've been trying their best to keep me from this, but unfortunately, the universe had a whole different plan in mind. Now, we was on track for all my training until my 13th birthday. For whatever reason why my mom and my daddy decided that being pregnant when their oldest child is 13 was a good idea. And this literally catapulted us into a war that should have begun when I was like 20.
If you feel like you can't get enough of her paranormal stories, well, you're in luck. because we're coming back again tomorrow with 3 brand new stories. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. As always, I'm going to have her page linked down below. Tomorrow can't get here fast enough. Leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. See ya.